I'll hit you up with a recipe after this. Oh, hi, Critic Box. Yes, hi, criticers. You fine criticals watching this fine segment. We just got dropped. Second time in a week with a brand new trailer. And we have no idea what it is. Are you excited? How are you doing, Andrea?
I'm good. I'm here for the surprise. I'm
Oh,
here for the surprise.
what is this? Is this Alien Romulus? We get a second trailer? This isn't the teaser. This is the real official trailer.
He rolled his R, so you know he's here for the surprise.
Romulus. This is it. I feel like
No,
this is it.
I remember when we were talking about this, we were like, what was that teaser all about? So
Right?
Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
I love doors like the camera's aperture. Back to where they go, don't burn.
what's happening?
There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in
I don't know, there's just something in the fucking water.
Something in the water. Face hugger.
Fucking thing's hunting us.
Oh, but then don't worry, come on.
Run.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Ooh, Oh, yes. This looks dark and gritty like it should be. This looks wonderful.
I'm upset.
Why are you upset?
They made the aliens
Yeah.
like a little spider roach daddy long leg hybrids. How is anybody supposed to sleep peacefully after watching this? And then on top of that, they put it in the water. Like, what are you doing?
There's something in the water. There was no consonants in that word, by the way, in the water. But yeah.
My God, I love the fact that they have the classic or the iconic alien a frame with the alien right up in the face of the protagonist and like spreading all that gooey thing and just screaming and stuff. And
Oh, what? Just like the this, like.
I mean, yeah, it's just okay. See, I was on the fence with this one because I was just like, where could they possibly go with this franchise? I mean, we've done Aliens, we've seen Alien,
Mhm.
but this looks
But-
really, really good.
This is directed by Fede Alvarez, the man that did Evil Dead. Oh, what are they gonna do? How are you gonna remake such a classic? Oh, damn, they remade such a classic. And then, Don't Breathe, a movie that was so good it did a sequel that did it justice of a movie where people have to silently walk around a house to avoid a blind murderer. The man knows suspense. The man knows horror. The man knows practical effects. What they're doing is reinventing Alien. I mean, it's going back to the original Alien. Was beautiful because it was the first time ever being introduced to this, as the whole concept and everything set of aliens. was wonderful because it turned it into an action sci-fi. It turned into just, it's in the room, like it turned it into like suspense, people running from it. And ever since then, we haven't really gotten a raw, gritty alien movie. And I feel like this is what it is. It's returning it. This is now going into sci-fi horror version of it. Like, and I'm here for it.
It's like it's capturing the essence of what the original Alien was about.
Yes.
And putting a modern day spin on it, which is having an eclectic, hopefully diverse cast. Well, yes, diverse, because there was an Asian lady in there. I don't know, but she caught it. So
she caught that face hugger. Yep.
She caught it. But so it's basically it's bringing the original into the future. Mm-hmm. And it's doing it with an ensemble cast, so people can choose who they're going to love, who they're going to dislike, who they're going to want to see die first.
Who's going to get first?
People could be placing bets about which cast member they think is going to outlive the scenario and the circumstance of being hunted by these aliens, because they're clearly being hunted, and which one is going to die and in what order they're going to die in, which adds another layer of fun to watching the film. Which, if these characters are really likable characters, you know what I mean?
Oh, in a true horror movie fashion, who's going to be the example death? There's always that first death is the example. It sets the precedence of, this is who you're dealing with, or this is what you're dealing with, right? Yeah.
And it's like, who's going to have the stupidest death? Who's going to be like, no, don't go there. And then the person goes there and you're going to be, oh my God, why did you go there? Like who's going
to be the one that goes down fighting? Who knows, like, I know I'm going out, but I'm taking you with me. Like, who's going to be that? Who's going to be like, come on, who's going to be that one?
You're heavy on the props today. What?
I feel like a prop comic. I just have everything within reach that I could just play with. This one I got the chills. I'm excited, and this one apparently takes place between Alien and Aliens. It takes place between those two movies, so it takes place literally in the same time frame, or a similar time frame. I forget the years difference between the two of them, but yes.
I mean, okay, I say it's a yes. I mean, if somebody were to like ask me out and say this is the movie we're going to see, I'd probably say, yeah, you know what, give me some popcorn and we'll do it. I mean, I'm always a fan of what Ridley Scott films, and the fact that he still had a hand in producing this one and in its creative direction, and I like the fact that its creative direction seems to be in a place that's gritty and very, very almost vulgar in its violence. I mean,
you don't get Fede Alvarez if you want a clean death. No, you won't get bloody death with Fede Alvarez. You won't get messed up death.
Right, it's a very adult watch, it seems, and it's just like a lot of these remakes in the franchises. I mean, they could be considered good remakes, but are the ages that they're made for? It's just like
they're trying to go for the family, and you're like, that's just missing the point, isn't it?
Or maybe the Gen Z types and pull it a little bit younger to draw in a new fan base. I mean, it feels like this one is sitting right in the middle of somebody who either heard of or watched Alien, either when it came out or years after it came out, and was definitely a fan of Aliens. And they're still young enough to appreciate a good, gory sci-fi flick. Look, hopefully, my only thing is I hope that it really is suspenseful. I hope that I'm sitting there watching it in my seat and I can't tell what's going to happen next. I don't know where the alien is going to come from. I don't know how they're going to make it. I don't even know if they're going to make it. That is the true tell of a really good suspense movie like this.
And you raise a good point, because in Alien, no one has ever seen a xenomorph before. She had no idea what to expect, what they could do, its capabilities. There's nothing like that. Aliens worked because we've seen one. Now you see dozens. Like, how do dozens operate? Like, how do they function? And that's what made that work. And then after that, it almost is like we know more than the more than the characters, and that can be very hard to do, is to watch a movie where you know more than the main characters you're rooting for, because then you just feel just like, no, dummy, you can't use that because then it's going to do this or whatever. And I have faith. That's going to be the real litmus test of what is the capabilities of future Alien movies, and I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Is Fede Alvarez that type of a director where he you can't tell his story, you can't read his story ahead of time, or is he just like come out with it? I'm getting you on shock value as opposed to.
Well, I mean, have you seen the 2012 Evil Dead?
No, I have not.
Have you seen the original Evil Dead, like the 80s Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2? Because Evil Dead's the remake of Evil Dead 1, but a little bit better.
I feel like you're calling me out unnecessarily here, Jared.
You know what? I can't do that because I get called out on literally everything that I haven't seen, which is vast majority of movies. I just happen to know this stuff. Okay, so I'll tell you, in the 2012 one that Fede did, we already knew the Necronomicon. There's a book, like kids find a book in the woods. It's literally like Cabin in the Woods. That was the original Cabin in the Woods, and is Evil Dead. And so he took it, and he like, we knew it was going to come, but we also didn't know how it was going to come because he did it slightly different, but still did it in line with the lore or whatever. It didn't step outside the sandbox, but he told the story differently, and he told it more sharply, and he told it more horror than comedy based. Because Evil Dead 1 was like more comedy based. But I feel like he's going to take this one and he's going to run, Fede's going to run with this, with the Aliens franchise, in the more shock, horror, suspense. He knows how to do suspense. He knows how to, like, watching the movie Don't Breathe, you're not breathing when you're watching the movie sometimes, like during some scenes. So he just knows how to, like, he knows how to do that. And that's what I have faith in for this movie.
Good. So, like, I expect to be grabbed by the throat there because this is what these kind of movies are about. And and if that's the case, I mean, that just shows that Fede Alvarez had a lot of, or some leeway in creative direction for this. And it wasn't just another studio franchise, big name flick that had the execs in the back saying, no, you've got to do this, and that, and make sure that these components are a part of it, and just let the director work.
And then also feature Pepsi somehow. They're a sponsor. Yeah, we should have put that in. Like in the future, there's Pepsi, right? Yeah. No, I get you. Like, here's a briefcase full of money. Here are the sponsors. You got to put in the movie somehow. Good luck. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna say like, yeah, and then the studio execs like over their shoulder the whole time, like just like nitpicking everything, right?
No, but that's how a lot of these movies, when they reach to this point in this caliber and they have this type of fan base, that's how they work. And, you know, if a director gets a script for a big franchise such as this, and you've seen his previous work, and you're like, he can spin on it and still make it good, but still staying true to the essence of what the film is about and its plot.
Yeah.
And give the man some room, give him some space, let him do what he does.
Absolutely. That's why I'm so excited about this. And I'm really excited about, because in the trailer, during one scene, there's the thing that you saw in Alien, and I think also maybe in Aliens, where it's like, there's like a little light beam that's like inches above the ground that you like step on that and it activates and it informs the eggs. I'm like, that's one thing I saw in the trailer too. I was like, what the hell is that little beam thing they do? It's like a little light beam you see in the fog, and like if you step in it or whatever, it like lets one of the nearby eggs know that, hey, time to hatch. There's somebody living, walking around in there. And I saw that and I'm like, I hope they explain what that is too, because that was in the original Alien. And it was like, they even mentioned it, like, oh, there's some kind of like little light beam here. And then all of a sudden, oh, look, an egg's opening. And then hilarity ensues. But like, I hope that gets explained somehow, of like, what is that little tractor beam, that little like laser grid that's there.
Do you see the respect in filmmaking? Mm-hmm. They're actually paying homage to the original Alien. I don't know if that was Ridley Scott's influence, or if that was completely Fede on his own, saying, you know what, thank you for giving me the opportunity. This is how I'm going to pay you back. But I absolutely love that, because not all of us watched the original Alien, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of us did. But if you didn't, you still see those key shots there that reminds you, this, mm-hmm. It's the spring of that great thing.
Yeah, right? We haven't forgotten where we came from, you know?
Basically.
And I assure you, Ridley Scott had his hands on it, because the way he's been dancing with the Covenants, or the 2 or 3 Covenants, whatever, of like he's got his hands on. He has plans for the Alien franchise, and I think he was like, "Hey, toss us that Fede kid. Let's see what he can do with it." And so I'm excited. I can't wait.
I'm excited to see this ensemble cast. Like, give me something, people.
Give me
please.
something. Well, Andrea, on that note, it has been a pleasure watching this trailer with you.
Well, I'm starting to think you don't want to talk to me anymore, Jared. But
No,
Jared?
not at all. Not at all. Absolutely. I am done. I am No, it is absolutely a pleasure. And
You have baking to go do. You got some cooking to go do.
I do. I got some baking to do and laundry to do. So I got me a whole night ahead of me. And you know what? If another trailer doesn't drop this week, I'll see you when we film our regular episodes. And thank you, critical criticers. We'll still discover what your nickname is. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the Alien Romulus. What do you think? What did you notice in the trailer that we didn't talk about? Can we make fun of the British guys? Well, we can, whatever you want. Hit in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking about. Do it again. Do it again. Hello. Anyways, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.